Coming up in this video, I've got 3 amazing rum-based raspberry cocktails for you. I am using raspberry Monin here, but if you don't have raspberry Monin, don't worry. Use fresh raspberries, you can muddle them down, raspberry puree, whatever you've got, even a raspberry liqueur, you could adapt these recipes. Welcome back, Drinkstuff fans. Here at Drinkstuff, we're all about giving you cocktail and drinks inspiration to help you make and create better and more fun drinks at home. As I say, coming up, we've got raspberry cocktails. Feel free to adapt these recipes however you wanted to. All the recipes will be in the description below, so go and check them out. But if you do make any, go and tag us on Instagram and let us know what you think to the recipes. Well then, let's dive in with the very first cocktail. So Rum Punch, I'm going to be using the 1, 2, 3, 4 method for this one. As I say, all the recipes will be below in the description, so let's just crack on. So with all rum punches, we start off with our citrus. We go 1 part. Doesn't matter what measurements your parts are, whether it's 15 ml, whether it's 30 ml, just stick to this ratio and it will work a treat. So I'm going to be using 15 ml as one of my parts. So for ingredient number 1, I've got some lime juice and I'm going 15 ml, half an ounce of lime juice. The second ingredient I'm going for is Monin's Rapsberry Syrup, and as I say, adapt this for adapt this for your favourite liqueurs, your purees, whatever you've got, fresh raspberries, muddled down some fresh raspberries, it'll work just the same. So I'm going at 30 ml, 1 ounce, so 2 parts of raspberry syrup. Okay. There we go, 30 ml of raspberry syrup. Next thing I'm going for, so it's 1 part, so 1 part sour, 2 parts sweet, 3 parts strong, and 4 parts weak. That's the recipe we're going for. So now I'm on my strong, which is 3 parts. So obviously for this, I want 45 ml, 1.5 ounces. So there we go. 45 ml of raspberry rum. I'm using DMF rum in this one. Use whatever rum you want. Even Bacardi in the UK have got raspberry rum. You could use that. So then obviously we want 60 ml now of our weak. So as I mentioned, 1 part sour, 2 parts sweet, 3 parts strong, 4 parts weak. So 4 15 mils is obviously 60 mils. So I'm going to break this in half. I'm going for 30 ml of coconut water. Just whatever coconut water you've got. This one's on in the UK, this one's on offer in Tesco's at the moment. So I've just got swapping over to this one from Vita Coco. And then I've got some pressed pineapple juice, 100% pressed pineapple juice. And I'm going the same 30 ml of that. Try and get the best pineapple juice you can. I never use concentrate stuff. So there we go. Let's ice up the old shaker. And then as always, we're just going to give this a good old shake for about 10 seconds or so. Good hard shake. Right, and there we go. That should all be done. Up to you what glass you want. I'm going to use kind of like a tiki glass. If you want to do fresh ice in there and then strain it over, again, be my guest. But as we're at home, I'm just going to do a shake and dump. So I'm going to use that ice in there. So just kind of pour that over the top. And I'm just going to top out with a couple more cubes of ice. And then garnish-wise, I've got a pineapple wedge. And I've got a little pineapple, little raspberry kebab there. There we go. It's kind of like a raspberry rum punch. What's it taste like? Oh, that's proper good. Oh, that's so easy drinking. Mm. The raspberry, it's the raspberry that comes through there. Tiny hint of pineapple, tiny hint of coconut, but the raspberry from the rum, the raspberry from the syrup. That is proper luscious. I love that. Right, then, really easy cocktail coming up for number 2. This is a raspberry Kaiparissima. Now, I could use, obviously you've probably heard of Caipirinha, which is Brazilian cachaça. Kaiparissimas are rum, Kaiparoscas are vodka. So we're going for a Kaiparissima, we're going to use rum. As you could use the Dead Man's Fingers raspberry rum that I've just used, but I'm just going for a plain rum in this one. Really, really simple cocktail, this really simple 3 ingredient cocktail. So I've got 4 lime wedges. I'm going in there, just popping for about 2/3 of a lime. I've got 2 wedges left here. You could go for an extra one if you want it a bit more citrusy, but I think 4 is perfect for this. If you want to use fresh raspberries, put some raspberries in there at the time. Now I'm just going to use the syrup. And this one, as I've found with a lot of these Monin syrups, they're not overly sweet. So even 30 ml in that is not overly sweet. So for this one, I'm going 20 ml. Or 22.5 ml, 3/4 of an ounce for this, and that should be perfect in there. If you're using fresh raspberries, just use a normal sugar syrup, that'll be fine. but you will need that sugar to kind of bring out the flavour in there. So I've got raspberry syrup and I've got my limes in there. What we need to do now is get your favourite muddler, and we're just going to muddle the limes down, get all the juice out, but more importantly, get that flavour out of all the zests in there. So we need the sugar to kind of loosen them up. There we go. Right, when that's all muddled down and you've got some nice kind of all that citrus juice out of there, what you want now is just your final ingredient, which is your favourite rum, whatever rum, it doesn't matter too much. I say you could use that Dead Man's Fingers raspberry rum, not a problem. And I'm going 60 ml, 2 ounces of this. So I'm just using a decent aged rum here. So there we go, 60 ml double bubble of your rum. Right. 3 ingredients. These cocktails, the Kaiparissas, Caipirinhas, Kaiparissimas, they're so tasty. Right, you could use just normal ice for this, but traditionally we kind of use crushed ice. I've got my little pebble ice here. So I'm just going to 2/3 full with pebble ice, just to about there. We need to leave enough room because now we're going to give it a stir, to chill it down, but to churn it and kind of sort of dilute and mix the ingredients together. So quick little churn, blend that rum in with the limes, get the ice in there, chill it all down. Oh, citrusy, strong raspberry. Oh, that is delicious. Top out with a bit more, in this case, cubed ice. I've got another little raspberry kebab there. And there we go, simple raspberry Kaiparissima. Oh. And if you want to use Brazilian cachaça and make a caipirinha, summer's day. Oh, that is so good. Really like that. That is awesome. Right, the final cocktail for you, and don't forget these are rum. I'm going to do kind of like a raspberry and cranberry martini for you. This doesn't need a name, so get in the comments, create a name for this. This is absolutely delicious. I'm going to build it with the citrus first. I'm going 15 ml, half an ounce of lime juice in there. Ingredient number 2, I'm going to stick to the 22.5 ml of this Monin. Adjust to your own palate. If you want less, add less. But as I say, these are not overly sweet. So 22.5 ml of the raspberry syrup. Oh, lovely, jubbly. Right. Now we're going for the booze part. So we're going for spiced rum. Again, whatever spiced rum. Dead Man's Fingers is pretty much the go-to now in the UK, but whatever spiced rum you want. I'm going 45 ml, 1.5 ounces of spiced rum. There we go. And then the final ingredient, actually it's 2 more, sorry. The final booze, I'm going for this. It's quite local to me, sort of South Cambridgeshire. This is Crane's raspberry liqueur. Okay, there's raspberry liqueurs all around the world, but this is just really good, really vibrant, and raspberry and cranberry just works so well together. So I'm going 15 ml, half an ounce of that. Perfect. Now the final ingredient, and of course what goes well with raspberry and cranberry is obviously apple juice. So I'm going for some pressed apple juice, or cider to you guys in America. I'm going for 30 ml, 1 ounce of pressed apple juice. There we go. That'll be lovely. And I've just thought of a final little touch that I wasn't going to do, but I will do. I'm going to use some of these foamers, because when we shake this will kind of settle to like just a lifeless sort of, there won't be any froth or any head on it. So I'm just going to use these magic foamers. I'm just going to do 6 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. That's all we need, 6 drops. Right, and then I'm going to ice this up, and then we're obviously going to shake it down for about 10 seconds or so, like we always do. Completely fill it with ice. Good hard shake, 10 seconds. Right, and when that is all nicely shaken down, I'm going to serve it up in a coupe glass, your favourite martini glass, whatever you've got. I'm going to double strain this, and what you will see is this nice kind of frothy layer on top. Look at this. Oh, lovely. So spiced rum, cranberry, raspberry. That'll do. Right, and then garnish. I've got another one. Actually, I've got something different. I've got frozen fruit all in the freezer there. Got frozen cranberry kebab for a garnish. Oh, that is delicious. The spiced rum, but the raspberry, that, I really, really like that actually. You do need that slight, I don't think 15ml will cut it in a lot of cocktails, but I think that's perfect. So we have 3 stunning raspberry cocktails for you, all with rum based. In the future, popping up on screen will be the raspberry with vodka, but I haven't filmed it yet, so I'll link to maybe the strawberry or the blueberry Monins. That's what I filmed at the moment. But coming up, as I say, in the future will be raspberry with vodka, raspberry with whiskey, and we'll kind of cover the bases. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite is out of these 3, and as I say, if you do make any of them, tag us on Drinkstuff, tag us on Instagram at Drinkstuff. I'll see you in the very next video.